Firstly, I'm so happy to be part of this exhibition. I was blown away when I stumbled across it 2 years ago and I met Di, and I was just like, I don't want to swear, but I was like, holy, I thought this is incredible. I need to be part of this. And so I was a bit nervous because I didn't know how the group would respond to someone like me who is not as traditional as everyone else. And to be honest, I was a bit overwhelmed at everyone's amazing techniques and forms. So I just kind of thought I have to be myself, and everything I do comes from my own experience or how I feel at the time. I don't really think anything out, you know. I just believe in being totally organic. So when I was thinking about the brief, it was actually perfect for me. So my first piece is called Australia, and it's satin and silk and heat transfer. And so I don't know if anyone is familiar with heat transfer. You use a special powder and then you have to mix it with boiling water. Then you use a special paper. That paper has to dry, and then you use a huge heat press. So this probably took from start to finish about a month, just every day, like heat transferring. But it is all based on my experience of living in Australia, because when I came from living in Indonesia, and everyone was saying, oh, go and live in Australia, it's so nice. But no one actually told me about all the hard parts, like the waves, the bushfires, the Sunday session, and just the roadie, and just all these things like the yena, like I didn't understand. So I thought I'm going to put this on this piece. So this, if you walk around, you can see my interpretation of the desert, the heat, the water. This is me getting dumped for my first time, because no one even mentioned getting dumped when I went into the ocean. And I'm Scottish, like we have the North Sea, we do not go into water. And so, and then this part here, it was like my first summer, you know, and it was really, really warm, the part at the back. And then this is when I took a drive up north. All this is like how I felt about that experience, because we were on this road. No, it wasn't going up north, it was going down south. We were on this road, and I was just like, the red at the side of the road, then the green. I was just like, this place is mental, you know. And then, and this part here was when one time I was running on the sand, just at City Beach, and I would just run up and down the dunes, because I was fit then. And then the ranger or the lifesavers came in their van. I thought, oh God, what have I done? And they were like, oh, you can't run in the dunes because of the snakes. And I was just like, holy shit. I was just like, oh, I didn't know one tell me this. So really, I based this whole piece on my Scottish experience of coming to live in Australia. You know, everyone telling me it's blue skies and everything. But I mean, it is blue skies, but it's the hottest blue and stuff like that. So this is what this piece is all about. So I hope that explains things as you. And of course, I'm fortunate enough to have both pieces in the exhibition, which I was just blown away by. I have a wearable art fashion label, which you can see I'm wearing just now. And so I also am a strong advocate for WA and women. And so I wanted to create a piece that basically connects with women on a daily basis, because every day we have to be more than one thing. Every minute we have to be more than one thing. So I wanted to create a piece that people would connect with. So I work a lot with denim. I love it because it's strong. And so I added, I've got all these different bleaches I use. So I wanted to add a little bit of bleach, because the bleach would represent how on the daily we are thrown all kinds of situations and hardships. But the denim represents how strong we are and how we cannot be really broken down. And so I didn't use sewing for this. I used staples, because staples are really small, but they're really, really strong. And it doesn't matter how big or small or anything any of us are. We are all still women, and we can do everything. That's what my mum told me anyway. And then I wanted to overlay it with PVC, because my ultimate message to women in everything I do is to own it, to just be themselves. Your body's not going to change. This is who you are. I grew up Scottish in Glasgow, but I'm half Nigerian. And from a very young age, I had to accept that I didn't look like anyone else. And so I just find throughout my whole life, like in women, they're so unaccepting of themselves. So I wanted to create a piece that was transparent, to allow women to be transparent. So it's called Not Perfect, but it is a nod to Coretta Scott King, Martin Luther King's wife. And it says, women, if the soul of the nation is to be saved, I believe we must become its soul. And that's it. Thank you.